Okay, let's see one example of how you're going to calculate the average power. You are given a circuit with a source 5 in a phasor form connected to 4 ohm in series with the capacitor minus J2. So what you need to find here, let's find number 2 first. Find the average power supplied by the voltage source. So just now that you know the formula of the average power is equal half Vm Im cosine theta V minus theta I. So you need to have the value of the voltage source in a phasor. So it's given in the circuit V is equal 5 angle 30. And now, how about the current? You don't know yet what is the value of the current. So you need to calculate from the circuits. So let's simplify the circuit. So you have here the voltage 5 angle 30. And then how you simplify the impedance, since it is in series, so that means 4 minus J2. So what you need to calculate here is the current in phasor. So just use I equal Ohm's law, V over the impedance. So 5 angle 30 divided by 4 minus J2. So just use your calculator, you can get in the phasor form 1.118 angle 56.57 ampere. Okay, so your I is actually 1.118 angle 56.57 ampere. Your voltage in phasor is 5 angle 30. So now you can just use the formula how to calculate the average power, half VMIM. So what is the VMIM here? Is the peak current here. So 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 1.118 cosine. So which one is theta V? So this is voltage, right? So this is theta V. This is theta I. So you just need to deduct 30 minus 56.57. So just use your calculator again. You can get your power supplied by the source is 2.5 watt. So this is the answer for the second one. Okay. Now let's see number 2. You need to calculate, just now is the power supplied by the source. So this is the I. So now you need to find the average power absorbed by the resistor. So what does that mean? What is the average power absorbed by the resistor? So in order to find the average power, you need to be at 4 ohm. You need to find the voltage at 4 ohm is equal to what? The current at 4 ohm is equal to what? So since it is a series circuit, so the current will remain the same, 1.118 angle 55.567 degree, and V4 you just apply the Ohm's law. So 1.118 angle 56.57 multiplied by the Z, if the resistance is the same, right? 4. So you're going to get here 4.472, the same angle voltage. So how you are going to calculate the power absorbed, average power absorbed by 4 ohm resistor? Half. So the Vm here is 1.118 multiplied by the voltage across this 4 volt. That is 4.472. Right, and then cosine. Now which one is theta V? So just change the color. So this one is theta V because it's voltage, right? This one is theta I. So you need to theta V minus theta I. So 56.57 minus the same angle, right? 56 minus 0.57. So this one will become cosine 0 means become 1. So you can get the answer is also 2.5 watt. So what does this mean? In the circuit, you have 3 elements. One is the source, one is a 4 ohm, one is a capacitor minus J2. So the power supply, using the conservation of energy total power supply need to be total power absorbed, right? So the supply power just now is 2.5 watt. And then you got here total power absorbed means the power at 4 ohm plus power at the capacitor there. So here if it's 2.4, you have calculated the power at the resistor just now, absorbed is 2.5. So what will be the power at the capacitor? Will be 0. So there will be no power absorbed at the capacitor. There will be around 2.5 watt power, average power at the 4 ohm absorbed by this resistor, and the power supply from the source is 2.5 watt. So you need to apply this conservation of the power or energy. So how you're going to start when you are going to given this type of circuits? First, when you are going to calculate the average power, so you need to find to use this formula, half Vm Im cosine theta V minus theta I. And then slowly look at the question. If it is a voltage source, you need to find the current at the from the voltage source. If this is from resistor, you need to find the current dedicated to this resistor, means V4 and I4. And then just use again this formula, and then you can get the power. So the unit of the average power, so this is not depend on time, right? So the unit is watt, in watt, in watt. Don't forget the unit. Okay, so source need power supply. Any element other than source is the power absorbed by the resistor. So both are 2.5 watt. Okay, so we will continue on how we're going to solve what we call the complex power in the next video. Assalamualaikum.